गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारी यमुनातीरा वनचारी कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Radhe Gaurangita Shri Shri Gaurangita Jaya Jagannath Swami Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की द्वारकापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री मायापुर नवदेव धाम की गंगा मैया मनमयी की भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की समावेत भक्त वृंद की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Read the book. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuvunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Makhyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagada Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminite Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratpushe Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Welcome all of you for the Srimad Bhagavatam class this morning. We are reading from the 7th canto, 5th chapter, text number 2, 3 and 4, right? What is written in the book? Okay. Saurajñā prapitam balam प्रहलादं नयकोविदं पाठयामास तु पाठ्यान् अन्यांश्चासुरबालकान् सौराज्ञा प्रापितं बालं प्रह्लादं नयकोविदं पाठयामास तु पाठ्यान् अन्यांश्चासुरबालकान् सौराज्ञा प्रापितं बालं प्रह्लादं नयकोविदं पाठयामास तु पाठ्यान् अन्यांश्चासुरबालकान् सौराज्ञा प्रापितं बालं प्रह्लादं नयकोविदं पाठयामास तु पाठ्यान् असुरबालकान् सौराज्ञा प्रापितं बालं प्रह्लादं नयकोविदं English. प्रापितं बालं प्रह्लादं नयकोविदं पाठयामास तु पाठ्यान् अन्यांश्चासुरबालकान्. Mataji, so those two, Shandanamaraka, Rajna by the king, Prapitam sent, Balam the boy, Prahladam named Prahlad, Nayakovidam who was aware of moral principles, Patayamasatuhu instructed, Patyan books of material knowledge, Anyan other, Cha also, Asurabalakan sons of the Asuras. Translation: Prahlad Maharaj was already educated in devotional life, but when his father sent him to those two sons of Shukracharya to be educated, they accepted him as their school, along with the other sons of the Asuras. Yattatra guruna proktam Shushruvenu papata na sadhu manasa mene swaparasat grahashrayam. Prahlad certainly heard and recited the topics of politics and economics taught by the teachers, but he understood that political philosophy involves considering someone a friend and someone else as an enemy, and thus he did not like it. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Politics involves accepting one group of men as enemies, another group as friends. Everything in politics is based on this philosophy, and the entire world, especially at the present, is engrossed in it. The public is concerned with friendly countries and friendly groups, or enemy countries and enemy groups. But as stated in Bhagavad Gita, a learned person does not make distinctions between enemies and friends. Devotees especially do not create friends and enemies. A devotee sees that every living being is a part and parcel of Krishna, Mamevamsho Jiva Bhutaha. Therefore, a devotee treats friends and enemies equally by trying to educate them both in Krishna consciousness. Of course, atheistic men do not follow the instructions of pure devotees, but instead consider a devotee their enemy. A devotee, however, never creates a situation of friendship and enmity. Although Prahlad Maharaj was obliged to hear the instructions of Shanda and Amarka, he did not like the philosophy of friends and enemies, which forms the basis of politics. He was not interested in this philosophy. When I do two verses, right? 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3. So welcome all of you for the Srimad Bhagavatam class at ISKCON Vijayawada temple here. The chapter is entitled Prahlad, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. So, in the beginning of the class today, I was reciting one verse, Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. If one gives regular audience to Srimad Bhagavatam class on a daily basis, all that is troublesome to the heart, namely the lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, they will all be destroyed. And the heart will be rendered clean by hearing this beautiful spiritual literature called Srimad Bhagavatam. In India, people know Bhagavad Gita, but people don't know Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, and Bhagavatam was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshit. And later on, the same Bhagavatam was spoken by Suta Goswami to Shaunakadi Rishis. It contains 12 cantos, 18,000 verses. And what is the Bhagavatam consisting of? The Bhagavatam has many pastimes of Lord and his devotees and their loving exchange, like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarish Charitra, Gajendra Moksha, Samundra Manthan Leela, and there are pastimes of Sitaram, Lakshminarayan, Radha Krishna, and Vrindavan and Vajabasi's relation with Krishna, Ayodhya and their loving relation with Sitaram. All these are available in this Bhagavatam, but the main goal of Bhagavatam is to help us awaken that love for God which is hidden in our heart. That's called Paro Dharma. Paro Dharma means the topmost Dharma. There are many smaller Dharmas, but Bhagavatam is called Paro Dharma. Why it is called Paro Dharma? I'll tell you the reason. For example, you all have a duty to your mother and father. That is also your Dharma. Correct, no? You have to complete your studies, take a job, earn money, and take care of your parents, get your sisters married, and also do some job and earn money and maintain the house, everything. And if you're married, take care of wife and children. That is also Dharma. Then there are people who go beyond one family to one jati. Like, like in my college days, I had one thick friend called Srinivas Reddy. So he had many Reddy friends. That was circle of Reddy friends. So I was also part of that. I was the only Tamil boy in that. Everybody else was Telugu. So they told me, Radheshyam, although you are from Tamil Nadu, still we feel very much close to you. They are very friendly with me. Reddy brothers, many of them. So they had formed a group of Reddys together. Similarly, in colleges they make a Telugu club. You know that? You've seen? There's a Telugu club. Similarly, in colleges they make a Tamil club. They make a Malayalam club. They also make Kannadiga club, or Maharashtrian club. Why they make club of people speaking the same language? Because people feel comfortable speaking in the same language to their friends. They think these are our own people, my people. They feel like that. Earlier there was one Potti Sri Ramalu, 40 days he fasted and he died also. He wanted Andhra Pradesh as a separate country in India, but it was not possible that time. But later on now, Andhra was divided into two, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, correct, no? Of course, in both the places people speak Telugu, but then people in Andhra may think we are Andhra and they are Telangana, correct, no? They may feel like that. But when you transcend that consciousness, say tomorrow, for example, one of you leave your Andhra Pradesh and say you go to IIT Bombay to study in Maharashtra, or you come to Pune or Bombay or Calcutta or Delhi or anywhere else. You may go for your job to any part of India, correct? At that time, you may not meet somebody who will always talk to you, Randi, Kuchandi, Bhagavanara. They will not be speaking always. Somebody is speaking some other language, isn't it? So then you also understand, anyway, now I don't belong to only Andhra or Telangana. I belong to India. Mera Bharat, one. So you become broad in your consciousness. Then all Indians become your friends, isn't it? Then as you proceed further, maybe tomorrow after you finish your job for some time, you may go abroad also. Nowadays, jobs are sending people all over the world. Are correct? You may go to Germany, you may go to London, you may go to America, you may go to Australia. When you go, then your consciousness becomes more broad. You think even in America, good people are there. Even in Germany, good people are there. So you start liking all human beings. All humans are good. Still, although you love all human beings, still your love for all human beings, which is called humanitarian feeling, that is considered incomplete. Anybody can say why it is incomplete still? Because people may love humans, but they kill chicken, they cut goats, they kill cows, they kill so many creatures. That means they love one living being, but they don't love another living being. Therefore, love is considered complete when you love Krishna. When you love Krishna, love is considered complete. So all of you repeat, love God, love all. This is Bhagavata Dharma called as Paro Dharma. So I heard in Hyderabad there is one man who goes around in his wagon supplying food to the dogs. Any street dog, poor dog doesn't have food, he supplies. So his dharma, according to him, is lifelong he wants to serve the dogs. That is, he has made his dharma. Some people are taking care of orphanages. Correct? You have seen that? They run an orphanage. That is, they think this is my dharma. Poor children, let me take care of them in the orphanage. And some people feel that let us go and take care of the tribals. They are taking care of only the tribals. They are giving blankets, food, clothing and all that. Poor people like that. And some people work for the blind children. Correct, no? Somebody is blind. So these are also dharma, but these dharmas are chota-mota dharmas, small dharmas. Because even if you give a child food, then tomorrow he will come and ask you for food. If you give food for 1 week, next week he will come and say, sir, food is over, now you give me again. You give food for 1 year, next year he will come and say, give me food again. If you give for one full lifetime also, then the fellow when he dies, he will be reborn. Say, sir, I have taken rebirth now, please give again. Again he will come. That means in this world, any dharma you do which is temporary dharma, you help them, but you can't. If you really want to give complete help, instead of giving only food, you give chant Hare Krishna. Then when he chants Hare Krishna, his heart is cleansed. Then he leaves this world and goes back home. Back got it. Then he will not come to you again, give me food again. He will not come. So therefore, Bhagavata Dharma is Paro Dharma, which means if you follow this Dharma and teach this Dharma, you can do the greatest good to the world. You can't do any greater good than this, than spreading love of God. This is the greatest service. So, Prahlad, when he was in the womb of his mother, Kayadu, at that time, Hiranyakashipu had gone to forest to perform meditation and get some ascetic powers so that he can take over the whole world and become immortal. That was his desire. So at that time, Kayadu was alone. So immediately Indra and other demigods came and arrested Kayadu, mother of Prahlad. So they thought that Asur ka putra Asur hona chahiye. They thought demon's son will be a bigger demon. So they wanted to kill the child but not abort the child. Vedic times nobody will do abortion. So they thought, let the child be born, after that we will kill. So till then we will take Hiranyakashipu's wife to the heaven and we will keep her there. They thought like that. When they were arresting her, she was frightened. At that time, Narada Muni arrived there and said, stop! He said, you cannot arrest this lady. The child in her womb is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. Mahabhagavat. Even if you try to kill him, you will be killed. Nobody should touch him. He said. As soon as they heard it, immediately Indra circumambulated Kayadu 3 times and offered namaskar, and they all left for the heavenly abode. The demigods had full trust in Narada, that yes, what Narada says must come true. Deva Darshanam. It said Lord Narada is capable of gifting Krishna to people. He is a great devotee who is always seeing the Lord, meeting the Lord. So they had full trust in him. So after that, when Prahlad was born, of course, what happened was Narada took Kayadu and told her that I will give you Bhagavata Dharma, Paro Dharma instructions. You listen attentively and give up your fear. So he daily instructed her. And who heard those lectures attentively? Anybody knows? Who heard it? Prahlad heard it attentively. And then by the time Prahlad came out as a child, newborn child, he was already a pure devotee of Krishna. See, once you become a devotee of Krishna, you don't have any enemies in this world. You are called as Ajata Shatru. Jata means born. Ajata means not born. Shatru. For whom no enemy is born. Because he makes friendship with everybody. Like you see Yudhishthira Maharaj. Duryodhana thought, I am enemy of Yudhishthira. But did Yudhishthira think Duryodhana is my enemy? Anytime? Never. Even one time the Gandharvas were arresting Duryodhana in the forest because he did some mischief. Duryodhana and his brothers and their wives, everybody was getting arrested. At that time there is a river. On the other side of the river, Yudhishthira and Draupadi were sitting and doing a yajna. Brahmanas were chanting the Vedic mantras. So 2 men from Duryodhana's party crossed the river and came and fell at the feet of Yudhishthira and said, Sir, our master is in danger. He came to forest to enjoy, fun in the pleasure valleys here. But these pleasure valleys belong to Gandharvas. And our master Duryodhana made a bungalow here. So the Gandharvas have become angered by that. And they told him to quit. He didn't quit. So then they attacked and they captured him now. Now they are going to carry them all to Gandharva Loka. And they are taking away their wives. So the Kauravas are in trouble, he said. Immediately Yudhishthira Maharaj called Bhima and Arjuna and told the news. When Bhima heard it, he laughed. Ha 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 ha, just see. Look at this fellow. He came to forest to tease us. Now he got captured by Gandharvas. Very good, let him be arrested forever. But when Yudhishthira heard it, he said, hey brother, don't speak like this. We are 5 and they are 100. But when there is a family crisis, we are 105. We are one family. He is not our enemy, he is our brother. Go at once along with Arjuna and help the Kauravas. So immediately Arjuna and Bhima went to the other side and fought a valiant battle and defeated the Gandharvas and took back Duryodhana and all brothers. Why am I telling you? Yudhishthira Maharaj never saw Duryodhana as his enemy. He always thought all living beings are Krishna's children. That is the way he saw. Even though he knew Duryodhana was always in attacking mood, he insulted their wife, Draupadi. He drove them to the forest, put them in the Varanavat Lakshagraha, tried to burn them. Despite all these things, Yudhishthira still loved him. Can you imagine? That is the mood of Yudhishthira. Same is the mood of Prahlad also. So here it is said, when that Prahlad became a 5-year-old boy, he was sent to the Gurukula, where his two teachers, Shanda and Amaraka, they were also Asura teachers. They took him to the Gurukul and they were teaching politics and economics. See, in politics means what? How to gain more and more influence, how to gain more and more power, how to dominate the world. How those people who want you want as allies, take them on your side. Those who are enemies, you attack them. And then increase your influence, more and more influence over people, over money, over people, over land, and you become politically stout and strong and dominate the world and enjoy the world. That's politics. You will see that Alexander, for example, wanted to take over the whole world. Same way British people are colonizing the world. You see that. Mughals came into India, took over the India for so many 700 years or so. You will see that any leader in this world goes to a place, first he takes over the place, then he brings the people there under control, then he loots their money, then he abuses or exploits the women, and also makes the people into his slaves. And he gets all the work done from them. And they will ask them to massage my feet, you fan me, you pull my bullock cart, correct now? They will exploit the people. This kind of tendency is there in this world to dominate the people and take over the control. So, many governments have been overthrown and the enemy governments have come and taken them up, correct now? It's happened in the past. So, this kind of political control was very much interesting to our Hiranyakashipu. So he thought that I have taken over the upper, middle and lower planetary systems. I am the Triloka Adhipati. I am a master of all the three worlds. My son also should be just like me, he thought, so that he can keep control over the entire world. People like to control others in this world. Actually, we are not the supreme controller. Krishna is the supreme controller. He is the master of millions of planets. But people like Hiranyakashipu, they forget Krishna comfortably. They put themselves in the center. Today also you read the school books and college textbooks. They tell you, man is at the center of the universe. And everything in this world is meant for man's enjoyment. Correct, no? That's the way colleges teach you. They say that you are the hero, you are the heroine. Everything is revolving around you. That's the way they teach. That's Hiranyakashipu mentality. God is in the center. We are not in the center. Krishna is in the center. Krishna is at the root of the tree. You water the root of the tree, and the whole tree gets nourished. Similarly, modern day schools and college textbooks never teach about God. They make you think, study hard, get good marks, get a big job, start your own entrepreneurship, your own company, be the center. Whole world will salute you, bow down to you, revolve around you. Everybody will be at your beck and call. Everything will be at your control. Make big money. Correct, no? This is what they teach. And when boys are not able to do that, they commit suicide. You see that, correct, no? But that's a wrong blueprint that the modern education is giving us. The correct blueprint is what? Krishna is at the center. Bhuktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram surdam sarva bhutanam Jnatva mam shanti mrichati. He says, see the second line. Sarvaloka Maheshwara, master of all the worlds. So Hiranyakashipu wanted his son to learn politics. See, one aspect of politics is control and influence and domination, power, prestige, status, influence. So this is one aspect of politics. Another aspect of politics is that you can't be a simple person. You have to be diplomatic. You make friendship with this group. That group you attack back. My group, your group. You will see in college also boys form groups or not. What do you say? Correct? Sometimes people ask, hey, which group is bigger? Telugu group is bigger or Kannada group bigger? Correct? People see like that. Correct? They form groups. Similarly, whites and blacks. Similarly, you find Germans, and the Jews. Correct? No? So we all see in this world people forming groups, attacking one another, who is big, who is small. So it's a world of politics. Make allies with somebody and make enmity with another, like that. So I heard that in the last political election, in one village, one MLA got chosen. One fellow became MLA in one place. So the other person who was standing for the post, his wife told him, just see, you lost it. He became MLA, you couldn't become MLA. Of course, the other person who became MLA, I think 70% votes he got. 65, 70%. This fellow got 35, 40% something. So his wife insulted him, he got very hurt. So later on, when that MLA was once walking in that village, this fellow arranged some gunda to go in a car and hit him. So that fellow fell to the side of the road and he hit a stone and died. So nowadays we can see people are so envious. If you won the election, then I cannot tolerate. I'll pull your leg or I will attack you or something. So there is always a political threat also, correct? No? There's a lot of threat. Therefore, politicians have a lot of high security, correct? You've seen that? Like our Prime Minister of India, when he travels, per day they spend 1 crore rupees for protection. Because there is always fear. Everywhere there is fear. Principle. So therefore, you will find in this world, people are making the world more and more a fearful place. And similarly, you find Russia and America have a Cold War going on. And in between, externally, what is appearing is the Putin wants to hold the Ukraine with him. He says, don't join NATO, be with us. So you will find that currently that's a war going on now. America wants Ukraine to join NATO, correct? And Russia wants Ukraine to stay with Russia only. So they both are like pulling. This fellow is pull here and this fellow is pull here. And they again you pull. Similarly, people not only pull the countries, they pull individuals also. You come to my party, I will give you a seat. And that fellow is saying, I will give a bigger seat, you come to my party. People are hopping and jumping from one party to another, like that. So Prahlad did not like this. Prahlad's policy was what? Why do you make parties like this? Ultimately, there is only one party, which is Vishnu party. All the living beings are whose children? God's children. Mamaivaamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manashashtani indriyani prakritistani karshati. In the Gita 15.7, Lord Krishna is telling, Mamayeva amsho jiva loke. Every living being is my Ansh, is saying. They are all my children, my part and parcel. So, one should not see the external difference. I'll tell you a little story. Once upon a time, all the frogs living in central India, they had a big number. They had 1,000 frogs living together. But at one time, there was a scarcity for water, for food, for everything. That land became very marshy land, dry land. So the frogs became worried. If the situation is like this, how are you going to eat? How will we survive? So they decided to migrate to other places. So some frogs went to North India, some went to East, some went to West, some went to South. They all got divided. But when they went to different regions, they were told, when they went to North, they said, hey, you look like a different frog, you are not like us. We are North Indian frogs. You look different. They said, if you want to be here, we have to paint you, yellow. He said, okay. Then they painted them yellow. Some frogs went to the east. They were told, hey, you don't look like us. You have to look green like us. Then they painted them green. Huh? Then some of them went to south. They said, if you want to be with us, you have to paint orange. So we paint you orange. They painted them orange. Then some of them went to east. Some of them went to the west. There also different frogs were there. They said, you have to paint you blue, only then you can stay with us. So they all agreed to be painted. Okay, we will look like you, no problem. They painted them blue. So they all lived for some years. And good news came after some years that in central India, again, there are heavy rains and everywhere there is greenery, food, water, everything is available. So they thought, let's go back to our native place from where we came. So all the frogs came back. Now there was a problem because they were of different colors. There is yellow, there is green, there is blue, there is orange. Hey, I am not you. Hey, you are not like me. And they started having a quarrel. Fight started happening between the frogs. If fight went on, they would have killed one another, isn't it? But as they were fighting, suddenly there was a downpour of heavy rains. When the rains came, all the colors went up. Then they all saw, hey, we all look the same. There is no difference. Then they again became friendly and lived happily, it is said. In the same manner, if all jivas had to be friendly, just as their external colors went away, similarly we have to go, Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktiruchyate. Remove your material designations. Don't see who is black, who is white. Don't see who is higher caste, lower caste. Don't see who is educated, uneducated. Don't see who is my state or another state. Don't see who is a human, who is an animal. Don't see that. Don't see external designations. See only the core personality, which is the spirit soul. And the spirit soul is one in quality in all the bodies. And that spirit soul is a servant of Lord Krishna. Once you understand this, there is no enmity between the living beings. Like for example, I come from Tamil Nadu, but I went to Maharashtra. I am staying in Pune last 30 years. Many people speak Marathi there, Hindi there. Makes no difference to me because they are all Krishna's devotees. When you see people as Krishna's devotee, you can be friendly with anybody. See, Chakradhara Prabhu speaks Telugu, I speak Tamil, no problem. Because he is Krishna's devotee, I am Krishna's devotee. So in that way we are one. We have understood that the body is only a covering. And the soul, spirit soul is same in quality. So there is one famous verse in Gita, all of you repeat this verse. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shapakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. A learned person sees a gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. All of them to be similar. How can you see like that? A gentle Brahman, a dog eater, elephant, cow. Externally they appear different. But in the heart of all these creatures, the same type of soul is residing. Pandita. For example, say one man is driving a truck. Another fellow is driving a Luna. Another fellow is driving a Maruti car. Although the vehicles are small and big, the drivers are similar, correct, no? Can a truck driver say, hey Luna, you have a small vehicle, I will attack you now. Can he attack? No, because the driver is same in quality. So we have to see like that. In every body there is similar type of soul. Even if an ant is going on the road, you cannot crush it. Because in that ant's body, the driver who is sitting and you, the driver sitting in your human body, both are similar. So you cannot attack it. So Prahlada adopted this philosophy, this is what he followed. And if you follow this Parodharma philosophy, you can love God and love God. You have no enemies. But those who don't follow this philosophy, they will always think in terms of sense gratification. For example, even your best friend can become worst enemy also. For example, Vali and Sugriva were brothers. Correct, no? But when Vali had some misunderstanding with his brother, he started attacking him to kill him. Correct, no? Similarly, Kaikeyi loved Rama very much. And when Ram was declared as the heir apparent or Rajakumar is going to become the next king, Mantra twisted her brain, and then next moment Rama became enemy to her. Correct, no? She made arrangement to send Rama away to forest. You can see that. How in this world even the best of friends can become worst of enemies in this world. That's the way it is. Like there is a pastime. Once Krishna killed this Bhaumasura or Narakasura, and from his palace he had stolen Aditi's kundal, and Varuna Dev's umbrella. Both Krishna picked up, and along with Satyabhama, he flew to the heaven, and went to Indra and said, Indra, here is Aditi's kundal, your mother's kundal, take it. And here is Varuna's umbrella. And Indra was so happy, he put Krishna on a very elevated couch and washed his feet. Both Krishna and Satyabhama, he worshipped them like mother and father. Put them on an elevated seat and washed their feet and offered pushpa, flowers at their feet, and worshipped them. Everybody did Jai, Jai, and did Arati for them. And while leaving, Satyabhama wanted Parijata plant. So Krishna went to the garden and plucked one Parijata plant from the heaven and gave it to Satyabhama. And when they were about to leave, Indra saw that they have taken the Parijata plant, and his wife Sachi and others told him, look at Krishna, he is stealing Parijata plant and you are not doing anything. And Indra started attacking. Can you imagine? The same Indra who worshipped Krishna a few moments ago, now what is he doing? Attacking. Why is he attacking? Because when our sense gratification is affected, we become enemy even with the best of friends. You will see that. So this is the situation. You can see that. Yeah. So in this way, this is the material world. And also people become friends in an opportunistic way. What is opportunistic? For example, when Karna was humiliated in a public assembly, at that time, Duryodhana came forward and made him Angadeshka Raja, correct? No? Immediately he became friends with him. That means if somebody is fanning my sense gratification, he is my friend. Somebody is against my sense gratification, he is my enemy. That's what people decode like that. See, was Duryodhana a true friend of Karna? But Karna thought he is my friend. Yes. Because Duryodhana thought, if I put this Karna in my pocket, later on he will be helpful for attacking Arjuna. He thought like that. So he did in a very, it's called as opportunistic. So, in the same manner, you will find in this world, people form friends and enemies based on what is in it for me. Everybody is thinking, like imagine your mother sometimes tells you, Beta, go and meet your uncle and come. She says, why? Why should you go to meet uncle? Hey, your uncle has become MLA now recently. Why? See, after 2 years, when you have to join engineering, he will help you. You go and give him some gift and come. You are in 10th standard now. When after 2 years, when you have to get into some engineering college, he can push you into your college. That means people give gifts with some anticipation in return. Correct? Some expectation in return. That kind of friendship people make in this world. If I make friendship with that fellow, he'll give me this, he'll give me that. That means it's not friendship. It is motivated friendship. Correct, no? So Prahlad did not like this idea at all. He said, all jiva should love the Lord without any motivation, without any interruption, without demanding anything from the Lord. Because as soon as you demand, it becomes a business. Say, for example, if somebody comes to you and says, hey, your t-shirt is very beautiful. Your mustache is very beautiful. Your hairstyle is very beautiful. And then they say, please, can you please give me 1 lakh rupees? I have to pay the fee. Then you may say, hey, you praised me, you flattered me only to take money from me. So nobody will like it. How many of you are looking for genuine friends, not cheating friends? Correct, no? Yeah, that's what Prahlad said. We should become a genuine friend of Krishna. Krishna is a genuine friend. See, Krishna is becoming charioteer of Arjuna. What will he gain? Krishna, you can see that Krishna is a friend of Sudama. When Sudama went, Sudama also did not ask anything from Krishna. Krishna also didn't expect anything. They both were purely on the platform of love. That Prahlad liked. Prahlad, when he went to the class, when they were teaching this politics, he hated that. Another thing they taught was economic development, money making. So they were telling Shantamaraka, dear Gurukul children, all of you understand, in this world, money is God, they were saying. Prahlad thought, what? Money is not God. Money is Lakshmi, and Lakshmi is worshipping Narayana. Narayana is God. Money is not God. See, Lakshmi, Narayan, they should be worshipped together. That's what we say, Shubha, Labh. Shubha means Narayana. Labh means Lakshmi. So if you only have Labh, that Labh will become Lobh. What is Lobh? Greed. If you have only money. Ravana wanted Lakshmi Narayan, or he wanted only Lakshmi? Only Lakshmi. Mother Sita he took away. And that Sita destroyed him completely. You will see that. So if you want only money, money will destroy you. But along with money, you also need Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan, Sita, Ram, Radha, Krishna. See, when Lakshmi Narayan, you call both of them. Like when Prahlad would chant the names of Lakshmi Narayan, then Lakshmi Narayan will come in a Garuda flying. Correct? You have seen they both come in Garuda. But if you call only Lakshmi to come, she comes in another Vahan. Who knows what is Lakshmi's Vahana? We don't tell. We will ask the boys. Yeah? Yeah, tiger? That is our Durga. Durga has a tiger. Lakshmi has another Vahana. Owl. Who said that? Correct. Owl. You know owl? Okay, owl is awake in daytime or night time? Owls sleep in the day and they're active at night. That means people who only focus on Lakshmi, they get Lakshmi coming in the owl. That means they do dark activities, nighttime activities. What is nighttime activity? Permit rooms, beer baths, prostitution, brothels, all dirty, sinful, dark activities happen in the night. That's what they will use the money for. If they are not worshipping Lakshmi Narayan, but they worship only Lakshmi. If you want only money, then we will do owl-like activities. But if you worship Lakshmi Narayan, Shubha Labh, then the Shubha takes care of the law properly. Therefore, whenever you go for a new house, you do Griha Pravesh, correct now? Griha Pravesh means who is doing Pravesh first? Narayan. You do puja there, chant the mantras, welcome, you evoke the presence of Lakshmi Narayan, the Sita Ram, Radha Krishna. And then with that water is sprinkled in every room of the house. Sanctify the house. And then only you can enter the house. That means you declare to Lord that, my dear Lord, this house belongs to you. We take your permission to come and stay here. Similarly, Lakshmi belongs to Narayana. We use it in Lord's service. Like for example, Hanuman is connecting Sita back to Ram. And Ravana want to take Sita away from Ram. Correct, no? So all the people of the world, what are they doing? Are they bringing money to God or they are taking the money and enjoying? What do you think? In this world, most people are doing which one? They are bringing all the money to God or they are taking money and enjoying? So they are coming in which category? Hanuman category or Ravana category? That is the problem. That is why in this world there is suffering. But Srila Prabhupada, he took all the wealth and engaged in service of Radha and Krishna. He brought money from America. In those days, he went with 40 rupees, brought back 40 crores. He built Radha Krishna temples, Sitaram, Lakshmana Hanuman, Gaurnatai temples. And he arranged for prasadam to be cooked, bhoga to be offered to them, and prasadam he distributed. Temples he made, thousands of people come to temple and worship them. He printed books and distributed. So we have to learn from Srila Prabhupada how to engage Lakshmi in the service of Narayan. And not that become a devotee of money. I am a devotee of money, somebody says. It's Ravana. Ravana wants only the wealth to enjoy without Sita. So we have to follow in footsteps of Hanuman. worshipping Sitaram. So, in this way, Prahlad did not like economic development that is stripped off of Krishna consciousness. We are not against money making, but we are against money making if a person remains an atheist. Huh? One should actually be a devotee like Prahlad. And then if you make money, you will not misuse it. Otherwise, the very same money will become dangerous. For example, knife. If I ask you, knife is good or bad, what is the answer? Both. In the hands of a surgeon, knife is good. Huh? In the hands of a thief, knife is dangerous. Similarly, Sita, in the presence of Hanuman, is taken care by Hanuman. Huh? Whereas the same Sita in the presence of Ravana is exploited by Ravana. You can see that. So therefore our mood and mindset matters a lot, how we deal with the Lord's energies. So Prahlad did not like this Sandamaraka teaching all this politics and economics in a one-sided way, in an atheistic way. But nevertheless, he still went to the Gurukul. Why? Why? Because his father had asked him to go. Similarly, all of his students, now you have come to Krishna consciousness. You know what is right, what is wrong. One student came and told me, Prabhuji, after hearing Krishna conscious classes, I am bored with my college studies because they are teaching all these kind of mundane, dead matter subjects. But I told him, see, you have to complete your studies because right now in this world you need a job to earn money. Huh? So do it as a duty, finish your studies, earn your livelihood, then you can devote time for Krishna consciousness. Huh? So you can put full focus. Because the modern day society is designed in such a way that you have to earn a degree, you have to get a job, you have to, for survival in society, you need all these things. But you have to give your heart to Krishna. You can do your duties externally, but your heart should be given to Krishna. How do you give your heart? Daily chant Hare Krishna, read this Bhagavatam, understand the correct perspective. Be very clear about the direction and the destination of life. The direction should be spiritual direction. And destination is back home, back to Godhead. Be clear about that. Don't take a Asura direction. Take a Devi Sampad direction. Two directions. A Prahlad direction or Hiranyakashipu direction. Which direction you should take? Prahlad direction. Then your destination will be back home, back to Godhead. Shri Prabhupada ki. You can take 5 minutes questions. You have another mic with you. If you have any questions. Yeah. They have one more mic? No. Or you can take this one. You ask them, raise the hand, they'll raise. Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. So Prabhuji, my question is, I have spoken about politics. So actually, when we are insecure, then it leads to politics, Prabhuji, sometimes. When we become insecure, then we become political. Then why we become insecure? Because we are attached to our position. Sometimes we are attached to our position and we think, okay, this devotee is doing something good than me. My senior will remove me and keep him. And then we become insecure and then we start uh, somehow to make fun of the devotee or to show that he is a very bad devotee. So because of how can we get rid of this insecurity and we can understand that our body is to serve.
Pain. When we have firm faith in Krishna, the Krishna's eyes are always watching down from the top at everybody. So if some devotee is trying to do some harm to you, or they are forming a group and giving some trouble, something, you can see that nobody can do anything to you without Krishna's sanction. That faith we should have. Correct? Because if you know that Krishna is watching, and if somebody does some harm to me, then Krishna will punish them. That's what Dhruva Maharaja's mother told him, Suniti. My dear child, don't worry about others. You worry about your own progress. You don't have to punish somebody or pull their leg. You leave them and you think about your life, she said. And eventually, Suruchi became punished. You know, Sutama did, and then she entered a forest fire. We hear that. So, in case somebody is troubling you, you should not take anxiety. You should know that there is Lord, the Father of the whole creation. He will not keep quiet. He will take action. Like Hiranyakashipu was troubling Prahalad. Could he continue? Yes, right. Now Durvasa Muni was troubling Ambarish. Could he continue? Yes, right. And now Duryodhana and Kauravas were troubling Pandavas like anything. Could they continue? It is true. Kamsa was troubling even Krishna himself, sending so many demons. Could he continue? That means, the evil forces, etheric forces will eventually be finished. You don't have to take too much anxiety. Our absorption should be in bhajan. We chant Krishna's names, hear his pastimes, observe our mind. We don't become insecure. Lord knows best. And he will take action at the right time. And we don't have to take the rod of chastisement in our hands. Lord will do that. So basically it's a question of faith development. I have seen in some circles, A is criticizing B. B is very simple person. And eventually what happens? Yeah, everybody starts shouting at A. Hey, B, we have found out he's a good soul. You are unnecessarily criticizing. Then A got into trouble. Correct, no? In this way, if somebody is troubling an innocent person, he cannot last long. Initially, he may show off, but eventually he'll be in trouble. And we should have that faith because who is the witness? Krishna is the witness. Anybody else? Any other person? You can ask in Telugu also, I can tell. I know I can understand Telugu. You ask in Telugu, I will give in English answer. Telugu చెప్పండి. Okay. You can say three things in the mind. One is you can ask a question, or you can speak a reflection of what you heard today in your life, some experience. Or thirdly, you can recollect one point from the class. Any one example, analogy, or something you heard in the class that you can speak. Now, you can you can recollect a point, or speak a reflection, or ask a question. Anybody? So that I can be sure that you understood something from the class today. If nobody speaks, that means I'm a useless teacher. I couldn't convey anything, isn't it? What did you understand? He is going to recollect. Give him. What's your name?
Kaushik.
Kaushik, yeah. Kaushik. Right.
So I really like you said about this Lakshmi Devi. We only pray Lakshmi Devi, we will only get money and we will use it for darkness. We won't get Krishna consciousness and we won't use it in the right way.
Correct.
So if we only get money means we don't know what to do and we use it on things
Wrong.
to get pleasure.
Correct.
So if we are in Krishna consciousness, then we can actually use it for devotees.
Yes.
And we will also get pleasure from praying to Krishna, and we will also be in the right.
Good. Brilliant. Like this, you can recollect some point. Good point you recollected. Huh? Yeah. Anybody else? Kaushik recollected. Good point. There is one more hand up now.
Hare Krishna. You told that in college, Telugu, and you feel that they are your group of people. And when you go to other states, and you feel we are Indians. And when we go to other countries, we feel everyone is nice, and you love everyone. but you said there will be some space will be left. You can't some space will be left. Then you mentioned that when you love Krishna, love all. I like this point. You when you see someone as soul, you can love it and animals also. Then love all, love Krishna, love all.
Very good. Understood point very well, huh? Brilliant. Very good. Yes.
So when we get consciousness, even the demons like come as our teachers, as Prahlada get demons as teachers. So at that time also, even they don't have wrong things like politics and economics, and we will not we are this getting we will not get this in politics and economics, and definitely behind everything there is God, and these politics and economics are the nonsense things. So because these are useless things. So when we get into Krishna's consciousness, even if any demons like traditional teachers come into our life, we won't get affected into it, and we will go on to get involved into it.
Very good. So you will find kings like Yudhishthir Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, when they were in political positions, still they were pure devotees. Huh? They used the political power for benefiting the world on behalf of the Lord. Huh? Whereas people like Hiranyakashipu, they use political power to torture the people of the world for their own selfishness. Brilliant, thank you. Anybody else? There is one hand up, please. Behind, yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I actually hear your lecture of instruction lectures. So your PPTs and everything, they're all very nice.
Thank you.
So from today, actually, I came to Nagar Sankirtan. It was wonderful. There you told we have to chant Hare Krishna, worship Krishna, and read Bhagavatam.
Correct.
I like that point. And here you said we should not make ourselves the center of everything. We should make only the Krishna center of everything, so that we'll not have greed, envy, pride, and we can love everyone. And we also can use all our money, Lakshmi, to for Krishna service. All these points, they are very
good. Very good. Anyone here, this side? Anybody? Here, one hand up. Here. What's your name? Yeah, Avinash. Avinash's name is in Bhagavad Gita. Avinashi Tutadvidhi Yena Sarvamidam Tatam Yadvam.
Hare Krishna, Guru. I have learned from how great shows like Yudhishthira, how they are compassionate towards how they hurt, like Duryodhana, they hurted them, they had tortured them very much. But how compassionate he is towards them, how compassionate we have.
Yes. So, although Duryodhana saw himself as the enemy of Yudhishthira, Yudhishthira didn't see himself as enemy of Duryodhana. Therefore, Yudhishthira is called as Ajata Shatru. Very good. Thank you. Yes.
You told a beautiful story Roja, about frogs. That 1,000 frogs are living in Central India.
Yeah.
Because of frogs, when some frogs went to north, east, south, and west, and they painted against their people. And after they now getting that in Central India, there was rain and beautiful, they all came in. And because they are now body colors are different, they start fighting that you are different. But then when the rainfall happens, they all colors are went away because we are all same. And they became different. So we said that right? Means when we became
When they give up our external designations, you can clearly see that everybody is a part and parcel of God, child of God, servant of God. Then in that platform, there is no difference. Then every jiva is our friend because we all have a common father. Very good. Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, और भक्त वृंद की. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Radheshyam.
वृंद की.